Hello, guys. Good afternoon, and welcome once again to this amazing session at ODA Class. Now, today we're going to be talking about this bad boy that is thrust, and it holds a very special place, a very vital cog. It is to understand pressure. Now, we would be talking about pressure later, but right now we're going to talk about this one so that your concepts are pretty clear regarding this word. It's often confused with force, what we were doing yesterday, and today, once we see thrust, we're going to be in a space, in a mental space that lets us think that we have understood everything. So, before I proceed forward, I'd quickly like to introduce myself. My name is Udit Gupta. For those of you who don't know me, I've done my BTech from NIT Allahabad in mechanical engineering, and I teach physics. That is what I've been doing for quite some time, and I hope to continue doing the same at least by the end of this session. And the next thing is that I've had more than 9 years of teaching experience, which you can benefit from. You can take that advantage. And since I've mentored a lot of students over time, or all these 9 years, this means that if you would just be listening properly, you would be making sure that you have learned a lot more by the end of this session once again. Now, one another thing is that you can learn a lot more if you join this awesome app called ODA Class, right? This app that is there, it is not only letting you learn, it will also help you earn. Now, how the earning will be done, we're going to talk about that later. But one thing that I can tell you about is that learning can be maximized. It can be minimum, it can be maximum. How do you maximize your learning? By joining in a bridge course. Now, this is a pretty awesome course because not only does it start from just after your holiday, that is just after Sunday, it's gonna start from Monday, but it also has this 1 week of time duration. This means that during the week, you can just focus upon that. Okay, I'm going to come to ODA class, I'm going to learn out new things. And we are not pressurizing anybody. We are just having 6 sessions all throughout. That means every day you'll get 45 minutes of learning, and from that learning, you will have a lot of other things to do. But yes, 45 minutes, if you can pay attention, if you can learn all those things, you will feel very confident into all those topics that we would be doing here. Now, one more thing is that if you face problems, because you just might face some problems once you're attending these classes, it's not as if you'll understand everything. It would be great if you would understand everything, but in case you find something is difficult, in case you find that, okay, I didn't understand this topic, what do? You can get the guidance, you can get the support from a personal mentor teacher. The mentor teacher is that awesome buddy that you can have in this bridge course so that you will always feel that, you know what, I've got everything covered. Right. And like I told, once you are learning all these things, once you are getting your doubts cleared, the next thing is that you check yourself through those homeworks. Every class has a homework on the app itself. You can check it out there. You'll have a lot of tests as well to give. Once you're done with your whole 1 week, then we would be having some tests so that you can also get to know whether you have understood things properly or not, whether you are able to act under that panic situations. Tests are panic situations, right? That the things we know we can't recall, the things that we already knew we're not able to write it down. So the tests can help you as well in that aspect. And the final thing is that you will have some PDF books as well. And that means that whenever you feel that, you know what, I think I'm forgetting something from what I did here, you can just take a look into this PDF books, and let me tell you, they will not only help you remember all the things that you have here, but at the same time, they will also help you understand it a bit more, because there are going to be extra questions over here. There's going to be better level questions that you'll find, not only the easier and the medium and the tough ones, but after the tough ones are also present here. So it's an all-around package that if you come here in the bridge course, you will feel that, you know what, I've covered so many things so easily and with so much convenience. And let me tell you one more thing that is convenient for you guys only, and that is the fact that this is a 499 rupees course, but you are going to get it in just 29 rupees. You will ask, why, sir? Because you came here, because you were present here and you were trying to learn something new. That you came up here, that is your reward. There's these many students, 23855, in fact 854, that have actually taken the bridge course earlier and have gotten all that advantage. Now you could be the next one if only you would come into the bridge course. If you ask me how, so the link is there, this link in the description below. All you need to do is click on that link and press on enroll now. As soon as you make this payment, you are there in our course and you have started onto an amazing journey. So this was all regarding the bridge course. I hope you have understood it and I hope to see a lot of you over there. And now let us start with what we were talking about. We had to talk about what is thrust. Thrust kya hai? So what is thrust? Thrust is thrust. No. What is thrust? Thrust is a type of force. And this is a very important fact, that you understand that thrust is not just any force, it's one type of a force. Because a lot of students, they confuse that thrust, it is just a force. No, it is not just a force, it is a special type of force. What is so special about thrust? If you understand this gist, then you will be feeling so much confident regarding the difference between thrust and force. So what we say is that if you take any surface, if I take any surface, all I can say is that thrust is this force that will act perpendicular. What do you mean by perpendicular? That it will act 90 degree. Either the word 90-degree will be used, or the word perpendicular will be used, or the word orthogonal will be used. These are three words that define any force or anything that acts at 90 degrees. So the force that acts at 90 degrees, this is thrust. This force that had an angle of 90 degree. This is only thrust. If, let us say, just for fun, we are having another force, let us say it acts like this. So this is not at 90 degree to the surface. This force will not be equal to thrust. So this is the bottom line. This is the basic definition. And if you understand it, then you're done. You know the difference between any force and what is the difference between thrust. So let me take you forward and let me try to have some questions so that you understand it even better. Now, what do we have? They're asking which one is thrust. So we are going to be given a lot of scenarios. Out of them, we need to find that which one of them happens to be thrust. So let us start up with the first one. Now, what does this first one say? This first one, if you see, this is the force and this is the area in our A part. So I can see that this almost acts at 90 degree. This seems like a good option. I'll just put a small tick that this feels like that, yes, the area is like this and the force comes in like this, or the force comes in like this, and this is the case that is being shown over here in A part. That is my best guess. Let me try to have the next one coming in. Okay, now this gives me a better perspective. Why is it giving me a better perspective? Because this one I can see that if this is the area, the force comes like this, right? The force comes like this. So obviously, if I draw some line over here, this angle is less than 90 degree. So this does not seem like thrust to me. This is just a force. This force is not looking like it is thrust. Okay, let's take up another example. And if we take the third example, if one area it was coming like this in B part, it comes like this in the C part. So this also I can say that, okay, this is less than 90, or maybe you can say this is greater than 90. So let us say this, we are saying that this is greater than 90. We are not concerned whether it is less than or greater than. We are just concerned whether it is equal to or not equal to. Because if it is equal to, it is thrust. If it is not equal to, it is not thrust. That is all that we care about. So C also seems like a poor choice, that this does not seem like thrust to me. Let us take the final option, and over here, what do I see? If the area is like this, the force is like this. If the area is like this, the force is like this. So I can say the angle over here, either it is 0 degree or you can say 180 degree. So this is also not equal to 90 degree. And that means I will say that this seems to be the best bet going forward. So let us see what the answer is for this question. So I think we can say that out of A, B, C, and D, A is the correct option. It has been highlighted in a different ink, and I hope that it is something that you understand a little more better now. In case you didn't, in case you say that I still need help, we have another quiz for you. We have another question for you. You're again trying to find which one is thrust. Let us take all the four options at once and then try to understand that how do we talk about it. Now, in this case, I think this is the same case that was the B option in the previous quiz. That this is the area and the force comes like this. And if the force comes like this, I will say that this is not equal to 90 degree. And if it is not equal to 90 degree, not our option. Okay, what about B part? In B part, the area. Now see, the area was always horizontal. In this case, it is vertical. And the force comes like this. So this is the area and the force comes like this. I will say that for this case again, this angle is not equal to 90 degree, and that means B option also seems like an incorrect option. What about C1? I think in C1, this looks like that yes, it is coming at 90 degree. It seems like one of the good options. I'll just put a small tick that this force might be thrust. And in D option, if I see, so if the area is like this, the force is like this is again that case 0 degree or 180 degree. So this is also not our option. So out of A, B, C, and D, I think C happens to be the best option. This force you can say is thrust, while all of this is not equal to thrust. This one is also not equal to thrust. This one is also not equal to thrust. So I hope that you have understood this example as well. And if we see, I think we are saying that C option is absolutely right. So this is how we understand thrust. We just see the area, we see the force. If the force is perpendicular, it can be like this on a horizontal surface, it can be like this on a vertical surface, on any inclined surface, it can be like this. So the thing is that to the surface, the force should be normal, the force should be perpendicular, or the force should be orthogonal. So this was the questions, and I hope that you have understood something about thrust. You want to learn more? Do you? Are you sure? If you are, then go ahead, download this ODA Class app, because that is where you will be learning in a whole new fun way. You're going to have a lot of support. How do you have this support? You have this support through the bridge course that you can find the link below in the description. It starts on Monday, every Monday. This is a course that can help you learn a lot of things. And for 1 week, we are giving you 6 classes. We're providing you a mentor teacher. We're giving you the homeworks, the tests, and the PDF. So everything is going to be covered. In case you feel that, you know what, my parents won't let me allow, you tell them all the things that there are. And you also add one more thing, that there is going to be parent teacher meetings as well. That means that you can come ahead and show your parents all the good things that you have done in this course. If you want to enroll, the link is right there in the description. Believe me, this is going to be one place where if you come, you won't be saying that this is waste. You will say this was the best use of my time. This was the best use of my resources. But again, you have to check out that link in the description, and you have to make sure you press on this enroll now button, get this payment done, and be amongst those students who are already benefiting a lot. So the next final thing that I wanted to say, I said that not only will you learn, you will earn. So, what is it that you're earning? If you join the bridge course, you're going to get these all important ODA coins that you can use to get your hands on all these goodies. Yes, they're meant just for you. But if you will only grace us with your presence in that bridge course. So this was all that I wanted to say. In case you like this class, make sure you go ahead, press that like button and share it with your friends, share it with your teachers, share it with somebody who might find this useful. And in case you yourself don't want to miss out on anything that we keep posting, you can press that subscribe button, you can press that bell button, and make sure that you are always looking out to learn more. This is me,